Hey, welcome back to Good Morning Arkansas. We're back with our sponsor, Sunflour. Our friend CEO Robert Harper is in the kitchen, and he is making some terrific stuff today. What do we have today, Robert? We've got some cornbread.
We've got a ham and greens pot pie with cornbread crust.
Crust, that's right. I knew we were doing cornbread something today. Cornbread crust. This is a perfect time of the year for that. This is where we start thinking about foods like this that warm the heart, warm the soul,
That's right. Well, one-dish meals. We think about cornbread all the time as a side dish, as a bread, but we don't think about it so often as part of a one-dish meal. So that's what we're going to show today. So some of the versatility of cornbread and the different things you can do with it. So what I have done is I have browned up about 4 cups of diced ham in my Dutch oven.
Gotcha.
And I've left just a few here if people can see how brown it's supposed to be.
How you want to get it? Yeah, absolutely.
And you get it like that.
Okay.
And then after you're done with that, you don't do what I'm going to do here, which is put it in the casserole that's ready to go.
Okay.
But you put all the ham, after you browned it in batches, you put all the ham back in the Dutch oven. You add 3 tablespoons of flour. You stir it up for about a minute. You add 3 cups of chicken broth to that. And then you stir that and boil it for about 3 minutes so it thickens up a little bit.
Okay.
Then you add 16 ounces of greens, frozen usually, but you can use fresh if you like, and greens of your choice.
Wash them up.
Wash them up, or if you're frozen, they're easy.
They're already done, right?
They're washed and ready to go.
Okay.
And 16 ounces of a combination of onions, celery, and peppers.
Okay.
And you can usually find that frozen in your grocery store as well.
Fantastic. This is really one of those recipes that's pretty easy to do.
Very
right?
easy,
yeah,
exactly.
That's what we like.
So you put that back in the Dutch oven, you stir it up, you let it boil for about 15 minutes, simmer for 15 minutes. After that, you pour in a 16-ounce can of black-eyed peas that you've rinsed off to get the canned flavor off of them, and half a teaspoon of crushed red pepper. And when all that's done, you put it in there. That's right, just like that.
Just
and
like
then you make the cornbread crust to go on top of that.
Okay, how are we going to do that?
You take a cup and a half of self-rising cornmeal mix. I've used white, but you can use yellow sunflower, whichever one you like.
Okay.
2 lightly beaten eggs, and you can see them in the well here in the dish. I've done that.
Kind of made a little circle.
Little circle. You don't have to do it that way. I just did it so I could show that easily. People could see how beaten the eggs should be.
Okay.
And then a cup and a half of buttermilk. So that's my cup, and I need another half cup if I can get that.
You got it. I will take care of that for you.
And you stir that up, and I'm going to do that while Chris gets my other half of buttermilk for me.
Just a half a cup,
Just
correct?
a half a cup is all I need. And you get that stirred up, and to make kind of a thin crust that you're going to, after I get this stirred up, we're going to pour on top of the casserole.
All right.
You've preheated your oven already to 425 degrees.
Okay.
And you're going to put this in the oven and bake it off for about 25 minutes or until the crust looks brown to you.
Okay.
And so you can see this crust, it's not real thin, it's not like a pancake batter, but it's not quite as thick as regular cornbread batter.
It really came together nicely.
That's right. So real easy, and you took no time at all to put that together. I should do it this way so the television can see that.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, we forget, you know, at home we're always doing stuff towards us, right? Yes, but TV's a little bit different.
So we're going to spread that out there, and you just kind of spread it out a little bit, because it will rise up some in the oven and spread out a little bit in the oven.
That's going to create just a really great texture, too, to add to something like this.
And then we'll put that in the oven.
Okay.
And so you bake it at 425 for about 25 minutes. And
here, I'll get the oven for you.
You can get that for me, thank you.
You got it.
We'll stick that in there.
All right, one on top.
And after 25 minutes, then you pull that out, and we'll look about like this.
Look at that, man.
And that's about ready to go.
Bubbling, ready
Bubbling and ready. And
that looks so good.
I really should use it. We've got a fresh spoon.
I'll get you a fresh knife and fresh spoon. I'll get you a big spoon. You want a big spoon?
Well, a big spoon is what I would like.
How about that right there? Does that work?
That would be great.
And I got a plate for you too. Yes. Oh yes.
So we'll serve up a little bit of this. You might, if you're going to serve your family, you might want to let it cool off for a minute before you actually serve them so they don't burn their mouths. They might not like that so much, but you dish that up. It looks like that, and the underneath side looks a little bit like that.
A little on the side there. Man, that looks
that gives you a serving. And the whole family will enjoy that for dinner.
Yes.
And you just add a salad to it or something in the downtime while it's baking or while it's boiling, and maybe some sunflower brownies or something, and you've got a whole meal.
Okay, so 5th generation, Robert.
5th generation,
yeah. 5th generation. When did Sunflour start?
1874.
1874. That's incredible. How proud are you of carrying on that tradition and that family generation?
I love what I do. You know, most days I'm thrilled to go to work, and it's always a different kind of challenge, and it's exciting to provide a food that's so basic to people in everybody's pantry, and that's really very satisfying to do that.